Yo, what's going on everybody on YouTube? If you're trying to figure out what's the best way to get sneakers like this for retail, I'm giving you guys all the best tips and practices and all that good stuff in today's video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this thing, man. What's going on YouTube? Thanks again for tapping to another video. If you guys are new to the channel, you know what I'm saying? If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because I drop videos like this all the time trying to help you guys out. Hit pairs for retail, because nobody likes paying resale. So I make a lot of videos talking about shock drops, talking about exclusive access, restocks, and all that good stuff to better help you guys get pairs for retail, because the retail is already $200, $180 for Jordan 1s now, so nobody wants to pay that resale value. Like I said, go ahead and subscribe right now to the channel, hit the notification bell, and please leave a huge like on today's video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It'll help other people out that might be interested in videos like this as well. Hitting pairs for retail, man. If you guys were ever wondering where I'm at besides YouTube, of course I got Instagram and Twitter, or X now. You guys can go tap into that, both linked down below in the description box. So I know I just showed the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found Chicago's. That's just because we are getting a restock on the Nike Sneakers app for Sneakers Day 2023, and it was just perfect to kind of make this video to help you guys out on how to get pairs for retail. And so the first tip I have for you guys, I got my notes right here so I'm not off topic, is the Nike Sneakers app. So Nike Sneakers app, they do a lot of shock drops, you know, they do a lot of restocks, and they do a lot of exclusive access for sneakers that have not dropped yet. Those EAs and those, you know, shock drops really will help you guys out here for retail. So you gotta worry about paying resale. You ain't gotta worry about the, you know, the official drop day. Nike themselves drop sneakers early, and you can pay retail shipping, of course, the taxes that come along with it. So that was just my first one. I know it's a lot of people that don't even know what Nike Sneakers app is. I know if you watching this, you know what it is. You're probably like, bro, come on, is this the best tip you have? But me, I didn't know what the Nike Sneakers app was until like 2017. Like, bro, I didn't know what Sneakers app was. I'm just being 100% honest. And I already had like 100 something shoes. I just never knew about the Nike Sneakers app. I was like one of them guys that always went into the stores, always put those raffles in and stuff like that. And I didn't want to rely on technology. But in this case, Nike Sneakers app is definitely gonna be your best friend as far as hitting these pairs for retail, man. So like I said, you got shock drops, you got exclusive accesses, restocks, shock drops, all that stuff happens on Nike Sneakers app, and it is 100% free to get the app. And you know, when you're on the app, go ahead and enter your shipping address, card information, all that good stuff, and you put your preferred size in the app. Whenever the drop does happen, usually, I know a lot of people that some OGs know what I'm talking about, usually they will auto put that size on there when you enter in for whatever shoes they are dropping. And along with the Nike Sneakers app, I wanted to tie in kind of 1.2. This is like 1.2 tips and trick. It is, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and enter in cook groups and discords, and you can usually find those on Twitter. If you look up like a shock drop or restock, a group, you know, tied to that information usually will pop up, and just following them, having notification bells on will definitely, you know what I'm saying, help you out as far as getting pairs for retail. So like I said, I always retweet a couple that I always, you know what I'm saying, check out. So I keep on telling y'all, go check out my Twitter. It'd be very beneficial for you guys. All right, guys, next tip and trick is something that probably might be a little bit more known, and it is the Nike outlets and Nike stores. And the reason why I'm putting this in today's video is because the homie Snapper Kicks, like, bruh, he be having everything in his Nike outlets. I think he does stay in Chicago up there with Unbreakable Kicks, and they have everything. Like, bro, they had the Air Jordan 11 Cherries, they had some Lightnings. I think he didn't even show the Bread 11s in there before. And I'm like, bro, the Bread 11s dropped so long ago, but in his Nike store, they did have them. So if you are in one of those good regions or those good tier, them top tier Nike outlets, Nike stores, you probably are in a better opportunity as far as getting those pairs, those B grades as they like to call them, in the Nike outlets. Me, I don't have a Nike outlet near me, but I know up in Atlanta they have a couple of Nike outlets, a couple of Nike stores. So whenever I do travel up there from time to time, I'm gonna check them out, because I just got back to, you know what I'm saying, GA. So we're gonna go ahead and tap in and hopefully find some steals, find some deals on some of these crazy restocks that the Nike outlet does have to offer, man. So like I said, go ahead, tap in with your Nike outlets. You might want to, you know a couple of employees in there, and they might help you out as far as letting you know what gets in those actual stores, man. I know it was a couple years ago, but I live in San Antonio. A pair of what was those Air Jordan ones? The Volt Golds or some blues. I got a lot of sizes too. Check them out. Size 12, size 11.5, size 13. It's crazy, man. Very dope shoe. Wish I had my size. I can't remember the specific name or the specific colorway, but they restocked a bunch of pairs and resale was going for a crazy amount of money. I picked up like a size 13, a size 12, a size 11 and a half. And Boo was like a reseller that day. I kind of feel bad, but it is what it is. There's people out there that's going to sell you the same shoes for that resale value. So like I said, go ahead, hit up Nike Outlet, hit up the Nike stores. You might get some crazy steals, some deals, some crazy heaters, some crazy gems out of those outlets, man. And the next step as far as hitting pairs for retail, and this tip right here is something I didn't even know about either, just like the Nike Sneakers app, but this is a little bit more recently as far as points on the FLX apps like Foot Locker and Champ Sports. So I did not know, well, I kind of did know, you need to have a lot of points. Like you need to have those lifetime points to get, in better position to hit on these pairs. But if it's people that's been living in certain areas and certain regions and they've been hitting these stores for so long and their points are above yours, you're pretty much SOL. But you might get lucky. You might get waitlisted. You might start getting in that algorithm and start hitting on these sneakers. But I know here where I'm at, I haven't hit on one pair of, I guess you say, wanted sneakers on Foot Locker Champ Sports. And I think that's all due because I just moved to this area. There's people here that got a crazy amount of lifetime points and they have kind of like the seniority or the longevity in this area. But you can still build those points every time you buy like a shirt, socks, sneakers, or whatever from Foot Locker Champ Sports. You can build those points and be better, a better opportunity to hit on these pairs, adding head starts, having more lifetime points than somebody else definitely does help you out, believe it or not. And so for tip number 3, it kind of goes back to number 1. I told you guys I didn't know about the Sneakers app. I always went in, manually entered for, those raffle tickets. Who don't miss the raffle ticket phase? Like I really miss that, where you can go in there, chop it up with the employees. They tell you how they're gonna be doing it. You get your raffle tickets, you gotta show your ID. Like I miss those days. But this is for tip number 3. You got to go to these stores that actually still do, raffles and first come, first serve instances. So like in my area, my Finish Line, they do it weird, bro. So they might tell you over the phone that they do first come, first serve, or they say, oh, we raffle them off. But sometimes they still are doing these ticketed, events to where, if you know about it, you in the better position than somebody else. So that's why I always tell you guys, go to your stores. They might say, oh yeah, we did first come, first serve, or, they might say it's on the app, but in all reality, in some locations, they can switch it up and flip it. I don't know how they do it in my area, but it's definitely happened to me multiple times to where they end up doing tickets for the drops. I'm like, bro, who still does tickets? So like I said, that ties into this tip. Go to your stores like Shoe Palace, Jimmy Jazz's, a couple of, different mom and pop shops around your area, City Gear, different spots like that you can go in there, get a little cool, working relationship with them and ask them, how these releases are going to be done. Like, especially if you're like me, you're new to the area, you want to figure out how things goes. It could be a struggle at first. Like I said, when we start building those relationships, you'll be better suited, for future releases. And we got some crazy releases coming this year. Still got the Palominos. We still have the Air Jordan 11 DMPs. Still got the Cherry 12. We got some crazy heat, bro. Like, so start building those relationships now. Start seeing who's doing tickets still. And the last of the last step, the last tip is actually, sitting in line and waiting for those leftover pairs. And I know nobody wants to do that. That's why I'll put this on the back burner of all the tips that we are talking about today. And it's pretty much like who you know. Like I said, for the tip number 3, you got to see who's doing these first come, first serves, who is letting the pairs go at what time. Because I've got a couple different stories from my area, like, oh yeah, we let them go at 1. I get up there at 1, they say, oh, we're not letting them go till 2 o'clock. And that always kind of hints to me like, bruh, I'm pretty much SOL. So like I said, go up there, see what time they letting these extra leftover pairs go, and you will get a pair for retail. Like that's happened to me for the Air Jordan 3 Palominos. No, it's just the Palomino 3s, but we haven't got any other releases besides those. And the Air Jordan 14 Laney's, I got those just waiting, after all the pairs were left over. I grabbed that pair, but like I said, bro, you'd be better suited going up there asking in person rather than on the phone, because they might not even answer the phone for you, bro. So yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for tapping into today's video. If you are watching, if you have some better tips, some better tricks to help somebody out that's pretty much brand new buying sneakers, or even somebody like me that's been in the game for a while, what tips and tricks you got for us to hit 40 pairs for retail. And please don't say no bot. Go and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the notification bell for your boys so you don't miss out on any content that we ever drop. And please leave a huge like on today's video, especially if you like these tips and tricks to help everybody out in the community, man. I appreciate all the support. Again, thanks for tapping in. And with all this being said, your boy Da Vinci is gonna catch you in the next video, man. Peace.